Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to season 4, yes 4, of Midday with Trey. I'm your host, Trey. Let's get right into the show. Today's guest is a teaching associate right here in the Edwards College in the Visual Arts Department. Let's give it up for Josh Knight. Welcome to the show.
All right, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, we're in your domain right now. Let us know where we are.
We are, right now we're in Edwards 107, mainly the Drawing 1 and Drawing 2 classroom. Right.
Cool.
Yep.
So, like I said, I wanted to get you on the show, get to know you a little bit more. So let's just start off with, why art? Why? How did you get here? Tell us a little bit about your childhood, growing up. Why? Why art?
Well, the funny thing is, drawing has always been something I've always done. I mean, when you're a kid, that's the only thing you tend to do. You tend to draw, you go outside, play. But going through school, I didn't never really draw in classes like the typical artist usually does. I always just used to draw the action figures outside of class and stuff like that. And then when I reached high school, one of the art teachers seen that I was pretty good at drawing, so we set up a little scheme where I would draw portraits for the faculty members, the teachers, and I get paid for those, so commissions while in high school, and then part of that money actually went to the art department because it was a low poverty school. So I was helping the art department, and I was also making me some money as well. Yeah. And from there, I was like, I can actually make money just creating artwork. So from there, I just kept going with art. Yep.
All right. Well, like I said, we want to do this little challenge where, as we're doing this interview, we're going to try and draw each other, and then we're going to reveal it at the end. So, let's get started with that.
It's going to be a challenge. Multitasking at its best, right?
So I noticed in a lot of your art, looking at your Instagram, you focus on Native representation. So why is that so important to you?
Well, the big thing, I'm part Native American, so when in my artwork, I'm trying to explore that mindset, right? And then also, since I'm part Native American, I'm also exploring my heritage, and then also bringing just awareness that Native Americans are still here. We are still here, right? We are not something that's in a museum, but we're still human individuals working. Yeah. Yep. So that's the big thing with my Native American work, and then just normal everyday life, I tend to work that way. Right? Okay. Right.
But you also do some pop culture references. That's why you had to do a Rodway one. What's the other one? A Jelly Roll.
A Jelly Roll. Yeah. So majority of my work, since I said it's centering around everyday work. Majority of my art plays back into my inspirations, why I do things. I'm a big music guy, so a lot of musical artists tend to influence my work. And as you've seen, Rob Wave, Jelly Roll, I have big musical influences. Right. And it goes back to that. Right.
What's your favorite Rod Wave song?
Put me on the spot. I can't say right now.
Okay.
I can't say right now. But the big thing is it's just more about the story, his backstory, similar to mine. Growing up, I didn't have much, right? I went into foster care, and then from there, get adopted, explore art. Art is something that I've always had, and then from there, it's just similar backgrounds. I think that's why I'm a big Eminem fan as well. So it's all about connections, and I think that's what I try to explore in my own work, connections.
Connections, okay.
Yeah.
So when you are, creating these, artworks, what is do you have a process that you usually do, or a step-by-step thing that gets you in the mood for drawing and everything like that?
No, I don't think I tend to have just a process. I mean, sometimes if you've seen some of my work, if some of the audience wants to take some of my work, check some of my work out. You'll notice I jump from medium to medium, right? I don't have one medium that I tend to stay with, and that's just because sometimes it's best to switch things up and explore other avenues of creating work, not just one thing that you're really good at, but explore and get really good at multiple different things.
Right. So how'd you get to Coastal?
How did I get to Coastal?
How did your journey lead you to Coastal?
Funny story. So growing up in South Carolina, right? I mentioned in the question before, foster care, right? And I wasn't in the best foster home, so getting away from that, the best idea was to just go to college. Coastal at the time was affordable to me. The art department was good at the time, and so I thought, if I get in, then I think that'd be the best outcome for me, is to just keep exploring art, and then having Coastal here and like getting to meet some of the faculty during an orientation it just sold me on coming to Coastal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you went here for undergrad, of course. What was your experience like during undergrad?
I think it was pretty good, typical college student life, you know. Like I said, I really enjoyed the faculty while here. I learned a lot. I grew as an artist, right? I built on my passion for creating, my passion for just making work. Here at Coastal is where I grew to love the medium of watercolor, right? And so big thanks to Maura Kinney for that, who was the painting professor at the time, like drew me to watercolor and also like fed my passion for portraits.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so much so that you decided to come work at Coastal.
Yeah, you know, luckily enough, Easton hit me up on Instagram and asked me to cover some classes. So, and that's how it all started. And currently I'm still here because, right, I really enjoy the students, really enjoy like being around the students. I'm learning so much from the students as well as they learn from me, and it's just a learning experience all over, you know.
How's your drawing? Oh wow, yeah,
it's not that great right now.
No, there's the true discrepancy between your drawing and my drawing right now.
It's kind of difficult because I'm trying to catch you when you're looking at me versus you drawing.
Growing up in South Carolina, you know, in the foster care system, did you feel like gave you a different outlook on life? You know, even aside from art, just like on people. Yeah.
I think highly of my experiences growing up has influenced my work greatly. Like I'm very headstrong about what I want. Like I think that plays a lot into like just creating work, doing things that challenge me. Watercolor, a lot of people don't like watercolor, right? It's a very challenging medium. And it just forces me, because I grew up in that mindset that like I can do it, right? So from there, it just pushed me to do more, right? And then the way like looking at people, I'm very open to new things, right? But going through their certain experiences, right? You always have to just trust people to be as they are. You can't wish for someone to be different. And I think that's what I learned, right? My biological parents weren't the best, and I guess that imprinted on me that, right, not everyone's going to be who you want them to be. Right. You just have to trust that they're going to be the person that you think they are, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself teaching your students more? You know, obviously you teach them art, but do you ever find them teaching like life lessons, or do you find them teaching like, you know, from your experiences, and you can help them out in some way, form, or fashion?
Well, yeah, I think that plays into how I interact with the students. I come to the students as if like they're adults, right? They're not children. I try not to talk to them like they're children, right? I give them the respect they need, and from there, I think it allows me to communicate with them. It allows me to bond with them, to like actually find things that maybe can help influence them. And sometimes, like any class environment, right? You're in the classroom. You're learning things that you're going to go off in the world, and it's not just like educational things. It's like how you socialize with individuals, how you get along with individuals, and I think that tends to happen a lot in my classes. Right, a lot of free will is in the class. Right, students. Right, you come to class, you do the work. Right, you're going to improve. You're going to be able to draw. Right, so we got to get you in class, Trey, so we can get some drawings from you.
Are you saying this isn't up to par with your students right now?
No, you're doing great over there.
Where do you see your career path going? You know, maybe not at Coastal, maybe like 10 years, 15 years down the line. Where do you want to see Josh Knight?
Well, the big thing, like I enjoy teaching. I enjoy teaching. But the overall thing, like the way things are, I don't think teaching is going to be something I see myself maybe in 10, 20 years. Hopefully this portrait gig kicks off.
Yeah.
I'm more of a full-time portrait artist rather than a full-time or part-time right now, you know, part-time.
Yeah, I mean, you're making me look handsome real over there.
Hey,
so that
it's not hard. We're making it look good.
I wish I could capture. Yeah, it's not going too good over here. But that's interesting. So you would like to do like portraits full time?
Yep. I mean, I love portraits. I enjoy like recreating the life that I see in individuals, and just the finished outcome, like actually seeing that I could get the likeness of that individual. And I think that plays into the part, like driven to make the art. Right.
What are you watching on TV? What are you listening to? What does Josh Knight do when he's not art?
That's a good one, because I'm always arting, so
okay.
I can't say like majority of I always listen to podcasts, art podcasts. Listen to music, drawing inspiration from songs, drawing inspiration from how artists create lyrics or the lyrics they use. Watching movies, video photography and stuff like that, drawing from the different types of scenes, how they're laid out. So I'm a big movie guy. Last movie I just watched was Aquaman 2.
Okay.
Right? I don't tend to get the luxury to watch TV all the time because I'm pretty much here like all day, every day.
Yeah, you say you teach what, 5 to 6 classes a semester?
Yeah, usually. This semester I only have the luxury of 4.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to take some drawing classes, please sign up. We can take drawing classes. I'm always arting, always trying to learn.
Okay.
Even if it's something that's not pertaining to art, I find how it can relate back to creating, composition, layout, stuff like that.
I think it's interesting the way art's going. Which brings us to this point. How do you feel about AI and AI work and AI art?
I mean, I think it has its place.
Yeah.
I mean, it might come down to it. Technology can be able to do what I do, but at the moment, I think it's more about AI can't replace the process of creating the work, right? You can drop your ideas into there, and then AI can create them, but you lose the idea of like right now we're communicating and I'm drawing you, right? You lose that aspect of creating the work.
Yeah.
But like technology's grown, you just got to learn how to have it benefit you and your work rather than trying to like oppose it, because it's taken off, right? It's going to go with or without you. So the best thing is, hey, make it work for you.
Go with it, yeah.
I think I'm gonna call it quits too.
Okay.
I don't want to take it too far. I'm starting to see things that are not right.
And let's both sign ours.
Sign them
so we don't forget.
Yeah, you get to keep this one.
I appreciate that. And you get to keep this one.
Okay, I'll hang it up. There you go. There's Trey, I think. It looks just like me, doesn't it?
This is what I...
It looks just like me. It looks just like me.
Hey Arnold, the Rugrats vibe.
Yeah, so thank you for watching this episode of Midday with Trey. We appreciate you, Josh, for coming on. And we will see you guys in the next one.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
Yep.